assume that everyone in the world today has pretty much heard that song. It came out in the late 1990s by the band Aqua. It's got its inspiration from, of course, the Barbie doll, which came out first in 1959. But little do people know where the Barbie doll got her inspiration from. She was modeled after a German sex doll named Lily that came out in 1956. Barbie is known as being the ideal perfect, yet she is modeled or geared towards a demographic of girls who are by nature perfect or imperfect. She makes them feel self-conscious about their body image, race, as well as personal appearance. This makes her a bad role model. The idea of self-image is developed in a young age in young girls. Brian Sun Smith's book, The Ambiguity of Play, talks about the importance of fantasy and play in a young developing child's life. It's how they develop socialization skills as well as develop internalized ideals and values. There's also an article called Does Barbie Make Girls Want to Be Thin? It takes girls that are from ages 5 to 8, puts them in a room and gives them two different dolls to play with. One is the traditional Barbie doll and the other one is an Emmy doll that was made by the National Diabetic Association to be a full-figure doll to promote positive self-image. The results show that dolls in general do not provoke certain feelings about a person's self-body image, but Barbie specifically does. The girls that played with the Emmy doll didn't feel any differently about their self-image. They didn't desire to be bigger, smaller, fatter, thinner, anything like that. But the girls that played with specifically the Barbie doll desired to be thinner and had a negative self-image of themselves and wanted to look more like her. There are also several eating disorders that are linked to the Barbie and people's desire to look like her. Slumber Party Barbie came out and is wearing full pajamas as well as carrying a scale that says 110 pounds and a magazine titled How to Lose Weight. If Barbie were a real person, she would look kind of odd. The traditional Barbie is about 11.5 inches. If she were blown up to real scale, she would be 5'9", with a bust of 36 inches, a waist of 18 inches, and hips of 33 inches. People tend to think that if Barbie were a real person that she wouldn't be able to walk, that her proportions would be too off. But in actuality, her body is the same as about 1 in every 100,000 women, which is uncommon and not essentially ideal size. When it comes to Barbie and race, the first African American and Hispanic Barbies were made in 1990. However, in 1969, there was Barbie's friend Christy who came out, who was also African American. The first African American Barbie lacked certain distinctive features with African American culture. She was essentially the same as the Caucasian Barbie, just with a different skin tone. So in 2009, they came out with the authentic sew-and-style African American Barbies, yet people still complained. She had stick straight hair as well as light eyes, and people felt that she would more represent the culture if she had an afro, braids, and darker hair. Also in 1994, Nabisco and Mattel joined teams to create an Oreo Fun Barbie. The Caucasian Barbie sold right off the shelves, but however, they didn't consider the connotation that comes with the word Oreo in the African American culture. Mexican Barbie came out as part of the Dolls of the World collection. It's one of the most recent controversial topics in the Barbie world, I guess. She comes with a fiesta dress, a chihuahua, and a passport. Most people don't assume, because all the Barbies come with passports, that it's not a big deal. But Jason Ruiz of Notre Dame says that it gives a negative connotation and that the Mexican people are tired of being seen as simply colorful. Also, Barbie affects how girls appear themselves, not just physically, but through superficial things. Barbie, in the quintessential Barbie world, is filled with dream houses, pink convertibles, shopping sprees, things of that nature. But people don't think about how that affects girls that come from low-income families who can't have any of these things, and they constantly desire to be like Barbie, but feel like they are not as good because they don't have those material objects. Also, every Barbie that you see has caked on makeup, perfect hair, perfect nails, perfect clothes, things like that. It makes girls feel like they're not pretty enough to just be naturally themselves, that they need to look like Barbie and wear all the makeup and have their hair perfect as well. The truth is, there is no perfect. The idea that we have in our heads of perfect is something that society and other influence have made us come up with on ourselves. It's okay to not look like Barbie, and it's scary to think that such a popular doll can have such a negative effect on young girls. I think they should come up with a doll that has more positive images and will help girls feel better about themselves instead of worse. She should help them feel more confident about their body image, race, and personal appearance. So my goal for you guys today is to think about if you're happy with how you look, and if you aren't, is it because of what society tells you that you need to look like, or your own reasons? Thank you.
It's really chill.